Everyone could be seated again. We'd really appreciate that. Thank you. We're going to start the program again. Thanks. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed their meal, and I would like to welcome everybody who is coming now to the celebration of our 50th anniversary of Title IX. If everyone could now turn their attention to the video, I guess you guys are looking there now, the video board, we have a Title IX video to present right now.
Probably the most important 37 words of my life. No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance.
Way back when women's rights were really becoming active in the United States. You know, when I came to Western, I instantly got a 20-game schedule, but that meant on an $800 budget that we had to stay in players' homes, players' families would feed us. You know, it was a struggle, but it was my life's work. Title IX was a huge turning point for women and women's athletics. You know, it wasn't like instantly women's athletics became equal to men's athletics, but Title IX forced institutions to take a look.
It's just amazing how one umbrella can encapsulate so much and move the needle so much. So while it's 37 words on a piece of paper, it's something that's permeated throughout everything that we do in athletics and more.
For the women that are playing today should look back to those women that paved the way, but also they need to be the women that pave the way for future women, because we have to make sure that women get what they deserve as far as equality and opportunity.
I would say Title IX shaped me in the best ways. I feel so thankful. I had the most amazing college experience. Winning a national championship was obviously the peak and so exciting. But when I think of Title IX, I think that honestly, it seems like a little number to me.
A lot of athletes come out traumatized by their coaches after college, but people have said that being a part of the women's basketball program is being a part of a 4-year women empowerment boot camp. The whole thing is creating and building strong, independent, just powerful women.
We all need to continue to recognize it and stand up for what's right. We're not there yet. And so I feel like it's a celebration of where we've come from, and it's pretty incredible, but we are not there. And I think that's the most important thing.
Until everything is equal, we're going to have to continue the fight. So it's not about being upset with where we are. It's about where can we go, and we just got to keep moving forward. We should be empowering ourselves and empowering other women to just continue the fight.
I will tell you a story. When I was, and this was in the 70s, I was, obviously the point person for women's athletics, and some of the men athletes, of course, didn't like it, especially when we got to go in the gym and use their practice facility during a time and they couldn't be in their gym ratting and so on. Well, one of the male athletes at the time, and I'm not going to name him, but later talked at a group and he introduced me and he said, I remember the days when I was a male athlete at Western and I'd see Linda walk by and think, she's the devil. And he goes, now I have 2 girls who are wanting to participate in athletics, and I say, thank God for Linda Goodrich. And I think that is what is meaningful to me, that even men who maybe didn't like it recognize that it's important. So it's great to go from being cursed to being loved,
It is now with great pleasure that I introduce you to a woman who does not need an introduction. When you think of Western athletics, she is the first person who usually comes to your mind. She fought for us all. She taught us so many things. She made hard decisions without reservation. And she is a woman of great vision. My coach, my athletic director, I'm going to get teary as I look at her. I still call her all the time and ask for advice, and she always gives it. And she is adored by so many. So let's welcome Linda Goodrich.
Thank you so much. I got a little teary listening to that last bit. But I must say, I got to put my glasses on. Sorry. I used to get teased about that quite a bit, Carmen. First of all, it is so great to see all of you. Many I haven't seen in over 50 years. And I must admit I had to peek at your name on your name tag, so I recognize I'm sure you'd had to do the same with me. But I also want to give a special thanks to Terry McMahon. She has been the driving force of this celebration. She's a dynamo. And to that and to all the others who made this happen, thank you. You know, they told me I had 5 minutes, and to talk about all my early days as a coach and a player, and I thought, wow, I can't do that in 5 minutes because I could probably write a book with all the things I remember. Yeah, okay. And I thought about what has transpired over the last 52 years, and many memories came flooding back, like practices and games in Gym D, the girls' gym, because we weren't allowed in this gym until we played WSU in 1973 in front of 2,000 people to win and go to the national tournament in New York, our first one. I also think about the powerful women who are in the PE department and set a course for future women's athletics at Western. I know they've already been mentioned, but Margaret Aiken, Chapel Arnett, Alta Hansen, and Evelyn Ames. And Evelyn, I know you're here, so would you please stand up? She was our first women's AD. There she is. These women set the stage and pushed us all to do better. I remember car washes and bake sales to fund our trip to nationals in New York City. And when I told Margaret Aiken that we had sold our last damn cookie, she agreed and helped us to get more funding. I see many of you here today that know what a struggle it was to have a meaningful athletic career. And you are the ones who paved the way for the future. It wasn't easy to have little funding, no scholarship dollars, no academic support, no physical training support, and coaches who were part-time. We had to fight to get funding for a schedule and for travel. I remember, as I'm sure many of you do, the families of players who graciously invited us into their homes to house us and feed us so we could play and to play our schedule away from Western. We would play more than one game in a day in order to fill a schedule. But eventually, with persistence, things began to change. I remember when Marie Eaton, a faculty member here, would come to games with her young son. One day, walking through the gym, they saw the men playing basketball, and he said to her, "Do men play basketball too?" When I related that to my male colleagues, they were appalled, as only you can imagine. Or my friend Joyce, who went to all the sports games, men's and women's, with her son and husband. Her son's favorite player was Taylor Peacock, who was on the women's basketball team. He stood in line at the end of the game to get her autograph. Things have certainly evolved. When I became the athletic director in 1987, there were few women ADs over men's and women's athletics. I was reluctant to take the job. I didn't think I could do what Margaret Aiken had done when she became chair of the combined women's and men's PE department. She was one of the first in the country in that post and endured much criticism. But Bob Ross, the president who hired me and convinced me that I could do it, made my decision easier. When he was killed in a plane crash a few months later, I thought, maybe I should resign. I thought, I won't have him to back me. But at his memorial, when I hugged his wife, Betty, she whispered in my ear, "You do a great job as AD. Bob had a lot of faith in you, so kick ass." Well, I thought, now I have to do it. Sometimes we all need a little push. It is so important to have the support of your president and your vice presidents to be successful, and Western has been blessed. Thank you, Sabah. I know you are one of many that has helped us, and thank you so much for being here. Western was able to establish itself as a leader in women's athletics by hiring full-time coaches, equal budgets between men's and women's programs, scholarship equity that was made possible by the passage of the Gender Equity Tuition Bill in 1989 that ensured scholarships for women in athletics. I would like to close with this. The women before me, the women who have participated in Western athletics for more than 50 years, all have one thing in common. They have the drive, the moxie, determination, and they have all paid it forward. And if I were to give any advice to a current student athlete today, I would reiterate, pay it forward. Our work is not done. Thank you.
What we're going to do right now is hand a letter. So if all past student athletes could make sure that they bring up their card as they come, that would be really appreciated. You will be called up by the year in that what's on your announcement card, and then you will have you line up over on the side here. And again, don't forget to bring your card with you. So if we can start now, I'm just trying to, we're going to start with 1980 and 1979 would start lining up, please. What's that? Okay.
You know what?
So I'm going to read this right now.
Let's have-
Go to this as they're getting. Do you want me to? Is someone supposed to introduce them? It's Di, right? Di, you're going to introduce them. All right, as we get started, it's an extreme honor to finally recognize all your accomplishments. We'll start on this end here, and you guys will walk forward to give us your card. Sabah's ready to go? Awesome. Okay, well, welcome. Thank you. I'm gonna have to get my glasses out for this. Linda, I got my glasses here. Yeah. Judy Redenbaugh Armstrong, cross country. Congratulations. So you're going to walk there to Sabah and give it to you there. Thank you. Tracy Stevens Bobson, soccer. You want to take this? Jerry Curtin, head soccer coach. So this way, Jerry. Great. Maureen Dabu Cahoon, volleyball. Christy Dees, track and field. He is at Western now. Thank you. Laura Hadalias, volleyball and rowing. You're gonna need it. Mitzi Johannanek, basketball. Mary Tang, tennis. Christy Lindgren, soccer. Susie Miller, basketball. Nancy Stiles Nelson, crew. Cindy Panzerowski, volleyball and basketball. Suzanne Thomas, basketball. Dinah Van Haan, basketball and track and field. Joan Williamson, track and field. If group 2, 1978 and 1977 could start lining up, please. Liz Applin, field hockey. Anthony Bartlett, head track and field coach. Martha DeLeo, volleyball. Jan Hull, soccer. Shelley Johnson, volleyball. Deborah Cruzy Klein, crew. Rachel Lemieux, crew. Wendy Molich, track and field. I remember you. Nancy Lowe McMillan, basketball. I don't. I'll take it for you. Yes. Dana Senders, assistant basketball coach. Marilyn Sleevum, cross country and track. Did I say it right? Ellis Brown Smithson, volleyball. Ramona Preedy, volleyball. Karen Heffernan Wiley, track and field.
Got a lot of different pronunciations. Jamie Jatterholm Allett. Did I get it? Yes! Okay. First one down. Barbara Anderson, field hockey. Barbara Bentley Baker, cross country, track and field. Lynn Bodden, cross country, track and field. Deborah Gallagher, crew. Linda Hopper, assistant basketball coach. Susan Kerr Lilquist, field hockey. Jan Newton, crew. With great anticipation. Melissa Simons Evans, crew. Patsy Gardner Nippold, field hockey. Paul. Hi, Paul. Paul Clinton, head volleyball coach. Hi, Katie. Is it Miskimen? Miskimen, great. Katie Miskimen Sales, soccer. Bobby Jean Seelig, rowing. Connie Elaine Shupp, cross country field hockey. Hi, Janice. Janice Swanson, track and field. Karen Weber, soccer. Hi, Sharon. Sharon Welch, crew. Could we please have group 3 of the years 1976, 1975, and 1974 please start signing or lining up, please? Hi, Allison. Okay. Buswell. I like it. Allison Buswell, crew. Hi, Colleen. Colleen Childs, soccer. Hi, Lori. Lori Bender, soccer. Congratulations. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn Parker Fletcher, crew. Paige Henkel Chance, crew. Hi, Sally. Sally Board, field hockey. Janet Charnley, soccer. Deanne Raymond Eschbach, soccer. Robin Larson, volleyball. Shannon Flynn, cross country. There we go. Joe Metzger Levine, basketball. Hi, Wendy. Wendy Miles, crew. Elizabeth Miller, field hockey. Beth Sneringer, soccer. Shelley Titus Squires, crew. Carolee Stokes, crew. Ellen Terpsma, volleyball. Kathy L. Williams, basketball, track and field, crew. Nancy Jones Bohannon, crew. Janice Berkebile, rowing. Darcy Seghetti, head soccer coach. This is awesome. Sabrina Ruby Westerman, soccer.
Barrett Bartison, soccer. Judith Bocart, volleyball. Bale Petrovich Donnelly, field hockey and tennis. Kim Hartley, volleyball and basketball. Laura Healy, soccer. Joanne Larson Isher, soccer. Jay Nichols, basketball. Denise Badayan Paley, soccer. I got a little nervous on that one. Teresa Syme, basketball. Sherry Soderquist, volleyball. Paul Stanson, head soccer coach. The first one. Connie Tucson Soccer. Marianne Marianne Lausch Willis. Cross country and track and field. Okay, if we could have group 4, years 1973 and 72 line up, that would be great. Thanks. Thank you. Rhonda Duckworth, field hockey, track and field, and crew. That's impressive. Ann Fisher, volleyball. Thank you, hi. Cindy Ladrud, soccer. Woo. Vicki Miller, basketball. Gloria Nixon, volleyball. Thank you. Janine Hoff, track and field. Do you have your card? Do you want me to read it out? Perfect. There we go. Vicky Panzerai, field hockey and basketball. You can keep it if you want. I know I'm Sudaka. Naomi Sakai, volleyball. Didn't want to Joni Slagle, basketball and assistant basketball coach. Janice Sullivan, soccer. Thank you. Phyllis Texter, tennis. Carrie Worley Van Moose, basketball and volleyball. Melissa Barnum, field hockey and track and field. I do, thanks, Barbara. Got it, thanks. Barbara Craig, cross country. Put that back. Patricia Davies, volleyball and assistant volleyball coach. Coe Gilliland. I do okay? Okay. Basketball. Jacqueline Gashard Craw, track and field and cross country. Darlene Lake, track and field. Sam Montgomery, crew. Donna Jean Peterson, field hockey and track. Lori Sabato, tennis. Sue Stearns, volleyball and track and field. Terry Zote Chronister, tennis. Deborah Pritchard Cahey, tennis.
You're great. Thanks, Cindy. Lucinda Arnold, tennis assistant volleyball coach. Beth Barrett, field hockey, track and field. Accepting the award in memory and honor of Diane Graham, her wife, Elaine Douglas, volleyball. Would you like to take that? Rhonda Miner Fosberg, track and field, cross country. Hi, Doug. Is it Matizak? Deb Manizak, field hockey, basketball, track. Hi, Marilyn. Marilyn Powell Mock, basketball, cross country, and track. Hi, Denise. Dee Dee Molnar, basketball, assistant basketball coach. Charmin Odell, basketball, field hockey, volleyball, assistant basketball coach. Hi, Ann. Ann Penner, field hockey, basketball. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn Price, volleyball, field hockey. Sue Rivord, cross country, track and field. Hi, Karen. Karen Key Rao, volleyball. Hi, Bethany. Bethany Riles, field hockey, basketball, track and field, cross country. Shirley Hideshima Stoddard, track and field. Hi, Jacqueline. Apparently needs no introduction over here. Jacqueline Green, basketball. Hi, Wendy Weaver Clinton, Hall of Famer, volleyball. And now can we have group 5, years 1970, 1969, and 1968. Would you please start lining up? Pamela Bushnell, track and field. Linda Phillips Cohen, track and field. Claudia Hocker Holzberger, basketball. Hi, Carol. Carol Kirkpatrick, volleyball, tennis. Hi, Robin. Robin McCain, field hockey. The one, the only, Terry McMahon, volleyball, tennis. Totally. Megan Thorne, field hockey. Judy Morton Tucker, coxswain for men's crew. Hi, Margaret. Margaret Anthony, volleyball, tennis. Rainey Chase, field hockey. Congratulations. Hi, Becky Firth, tennis, field hockey. Can you pronounce for me real quick? Pardon me? Helgeland? Yes. Jerry Helgeland, volleyball. Hi, Debbie Dickout, field hockey, track. I got through both of ours. Hi, Sherry. Sherry Stripling, volleyball, basketball, track and field. Shirley Swanson, field hockey, track and field.
Okay, I'm done though. I don't have to mark. Okay. Pamela Bazona, field hockey and basketball. Thank you. Kathy Dooley, volleyball and track. You have a whole list, don't you? Yes. Kathy Hemian, basketball, volleyball, field hockey, and tennis. Pretty impressive. Hester Hill, badminton. Have that back?
Canadian way of saying it.
Oh, good. Susan Stangy Lottie, cross country, basketball, track and field, and assistant coach for track and field. Lots of stuff. Gwen Evans Marshall, field hockey. Rosemary Thomas, basketball. It's boys, right? Both. Judy Bose, badminton. I knew that one. Nancy Zender, track and field and tennis. Oh, I am so sorry. I don't know where that came from. Field hockey and tennis. Jerry Campbell, basketball and field hockey. Deny it, yep. You mean like deny on the wing, right? Pat Denai, volleyball, track and field, and badminton. Elaine Bucknick Layton, volleyball, Budnick Layton, volleyball and badminton. Sorry. Trina Page, field hockey, basketball, and tennis. Yeah. Good job. Christy Carter Peterson, volleyball, basketball, track, and badminton. Kath Silverthorne, field hockey, basketball, and tennis. Alice Texter, field hockey, basketball, and tennis. Evelyn Ames, head basketball coach. The first one. Susan Fallner Campoloni, volleyball and tennis. Yvonne Fenton, volleyball, field hockey, and softball. Jenna Gaston, volleyball and assistant volleyball coach. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I know. Sue Ray Harding, field hockey, tennis, and track and field. Virginia Hayes, volleyball and basketball.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Candy Holland, field hockey and basketball. I do know this one. Kathy Knudsen, basketball, volleyball, field hockey, track and field, badminton, softball, head volleyball coach, and assistant basketball coach. Pretty impressive. Roberta Crum, basketball, tennis, and volleyball. Sue Paulson, field hockey and tennis. Vicki Butchart Tolan, volleyball, basketball, tennis, badminton, and track and field. Antonia Vanderhoek Tertanen, track and field. This is it, okay. Janet Westerlund, volleyball. Our final award today goes to a woman who spanned all facets of WW athletics. She was a student athlete, a coach, and the leader as an athletic director. Our legendary Linda Goodrich.
If we could we please take one more moment to congratulate our honorees today? Now it's my pleasure to introduce the man who's had a front seat. He's been in the front row of this for as long as anyone can remember. Our historian, Paul Madison.
Wow. Let me get to the right page here. Has this been amazing? Wow. It's like old home week. How many were able to take the tour of the new facility? Good. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams that you would be in Carver Gym and they would have not one, but 2 elevators? And I can tell you that if, I gotta get my thought here now. Just before this was built, this was the very worst place to be during an earthquake. Absolute worst. Now, if there's a tremor, this is the go-to destination. Just want to let you know that. I'd like to begin with 2 words. Thank you. Thank you for being the pioneers and for laying the foundation. We are so proud of you, and you should be so proud, and I know that you are, for all that you have achieved. It should be noted that in the era that we're honoring today, 1968 to 1981, Western not only held its own, but in many cases dominated the competition. And that wasn't just against schools like Central Washington. Seattle Pacific, or Oregon College of Education, now Western Oregon. Make that Washington, Washington State, Oregon, Oregon State, Montana, Montana State, CLU, Portland State, all the top biggies. In the late 1960s and the early 1970s, the Division for Girls and Women's Sports, DGWS, was the first nationally recognized collegiate organization for women's athletics and the forerunner to the Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women, the AIAW. In 1970, Hester Hill and Judy Vos won the doubles championship at the DGWS National Badminton Tournament. I didn't realize at the time that Port Angeles had this unbelievable situation for badminton, so we basically threw some ringers at them. That was great. And of course, Margaret Aiken was like big time into badminton to begin with, so that was a marriage made in heaven. In I should note that in the, where am I at here? Okay, we're getting there. Okay, it should be noted that 7 years previous, Claudia Linder Uhrig won the National Intercollegiate Women's Golf Championship and was featured in the Sports Illustrated Faces in the Crowd. In track and field, from 1971 to 1974, 4 Western women had top 3 performances at the AIW National Championships. Shirley Swanson placed second in the 440 in 1971 and third in 1972. Sherry Stripling was third in the javelin in 1973, and Wendy Taylor took the national title in 1973 in the 100-meter hurdles after being third in 1972. It should be noted that Taylor's hurdle time, I think it was like 13.74 or something like that, is still the school record 50 years later. And when we have our 100th anniversary, it may still be the school record. In 1979, cross country placed 11th nationally with Jane Abbott, Marilyn Thibodeau, and Lisa Rydell. Where are they? There they are. Okay. I'm going to back up just 1 second here. Linda Phillips and Sue Stange combined with Taylor and Swanson, we're going back to track now, to place third at the 880 medley relay in 1972. And Western placed 7th nationally as a team in 1973. Bear with me. Basketball won regional titles and went to the AIAW National Tournament in 1973, 1974, and 1977. The 1973 regional championship was historic in that it was the first time that the women had played in Carver Gym, a 48-46 win over Washington State. Players on that team, coached by Linda Goodrich. I want to insert one little thing now. We have Dr. Ames here, and one of Dr. Ames' players was Linda Goodrich. One time, Dr. Ames took Linda out of the game for scowling. Oh. I had to get that one in there. I'm sorry. Players on that team: Kathy Hemian, Trina Page, Wendy Hawley, Chris Carter, Teresa Nafziger, Claudia Hawker, Jerry Campbell, Sherry Stripling, Pamela Bozzona, and Alice Texter. At Nationals, Western played Immaculata out of Pennsylvania, the eventual national champion. I know a bunch of you guys have probably watched this movie, The Mighty Max. Anybody watch The Mighty Max? Find it. Joe did. Find it because you'll get some ideas of what it was to play back in that era, big time. And in 1980 and 1981, basketball player Joe Metzger was a first-team All-American and selected as one of 30 nominees for the Wade Trophy, presented to the top female basketball player in the nation across all divisions. This was like the Heisman Trophy in football. As you can see, Western more than held its own against all schools, big or small, while more importantly being on the cutting edge of advancing women's athletics. I'd like to close with the following statement that I found. Title IX may be a U.S. law, but its promise is universal. Thank you. Now it's my privilege to introduce our student-athlete speakers. Hold it. And now they are volleyball setter Adele Holland and basketball guard Steph Peterson. Adele Holland is a sophomore from Puyallup. She saw action as a true freshman in 2021, something that rarely happens. The reason that she gave up her redshirt year was to fill in for her injured teammate. She started 6 matches, all of them victories, and that selfless behavior was a huge factor in the Vikings reaching the Final Four nationally. Steph Peterson, who will be a senior this coming season, transferred to Western in May of 2022 from Cameron University in Oklahoma. She played in all 28 games this past season as the Vikings won the GNAC Tournament Championship with an incredible 17-point come-from-behind victory over Montana State Billings. It probably wasn't Carmen's favorite, but it ranks among my all-time favorites to have watched. We will begin with Steph Peterson and follow that up with Adele Holland.
Hi. Okay. My name is Stephanie Peterson, and I'm on the women's basketball team here. And I would first just like to start by saying how much it means to me to be able to speak at an event like this. Title IX and advocating for women's rights is something that I hold very dear to my heart, and I feel very fortunate to speak about it here today. Being an athlete here at Western is a special opportunity, and above all else, as much as sometimes we do not like to admit it, we are student athletes, not athlete students. And to be given the opportunity to have a scholarship to obtain an education is a special privilege. This privilege would not have been possible without the foundation that was laid by each of you here today, that were brave enough to go against the status quo and participate in sports. And we are all so grateful for the opportunity that your strength has given us. Receiving a scholarship gives me and countless other women the ability to pursue our dreams. It gives us the opportunity to enter fields historically dominated by men, and gives us the opportunity to grow, not just in our education, but as strong, independent women. Receiving a scholarship has profoundly impacted my life and has given me the chance to pursue my lifelong dream of becoming a doctor, an opportunity that I certainly would not have without my scholarship. The generosity of countless people has provided not just me, but many female student athletes with the ability to receive a higher education, and words cannot express how grateful each of us are. The example that has been set by each of you here today has inspired me and my fellow female student athletes so much. And we hope that when we hang up our sneakers, cleats, oars, palms, and spikes, that future generations of female athletes are as inspired by us as we are by each of you. As many of you know, being an athlete here at Western is an unbelievable experience. And one of the things that makes this university so special is that it has been a leader in the pursuit of gender equality since the inception of Title IX. Above all else, and in my opinion, the best part of athletics here at Western is that men's and women's sports are celebrated equally, promoted equally, and valued equally. 50 years ago, before Title IX, women's sports would have to practice in auxiliary gyms, and women's specific locker rooms and facilities paled in comparison to the luxuries that men's teams were given. Today, women's sports get to practice in the main gym, and sometimes I even get the pleasure of kicking the men's basketball team off the men's court when we have open gym. Yep. And now, since the recent renovations in Carver Gym, the women's teams now have beautiful team rooms with TVs and projectors for watching film, and maybe a little bit of Netflix, and individual spacious lockers for each player on the team. Most importantly, these team rooms are identical to the team rooms that are used by the men's sports teams. Additionally, the media coverage celebrates all athletes, regardless of gender. Being in an environment that is supportive of women's achievements, as many of us know, is not as common as it should be. And Western does a great job of supporting its female athletes. The passing of Title IX was a huge step, but the implementation of the fact that nobody should be discriminated against on the basis of sex still has a way to go in most of society. But I can confidently say that here at Western, from the moment I stepped on campus, I have felt more supported as a woman than I have anywhere else. In my short time here, I have met some of the most amazing, strong, and inspiring women and learned so much from my teammates and coaches. On the women's basketball team, we are lucky enough to be coached by some of the most inspiring women that I've met in my entire life, who have taught us the value of hard work, and most importantly, instilled in us that we are capable of anything we set our minds to. We have also had the privilege of meeting several other amazing women who come to speak to us before our home games as honorary coaches to share their stories of triumph through their toughest times, further instilling the importance of determination in every aspect of our lives, not just on the basketball court. Moreover, the value that we hold most dearly in women's basketball is we. We means finding the strength in one another. We means working together to reach our goals. We means being there for each other even when times are tough. Individual strength can take you to amazing places, but finding strength in those around you can lead you to achieving things that you once thought were impossible. The greatest example of we is what is being celebrated here today. Together, the power of all the women here made what used to seem inconceivable a reality. And on behalf of every woman that has participated in athletics here at Western, and those still to come, we thank you for your relentless determination. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. It was great. My name is Adele. As Paul said, I'm a Western Washington women's volleyball player. I'd also like to reiterate what an honor it is to speak in front of you on behalf of all the women's sports currently. Today, I want to talk to you about connection. Connection is a huge value in our volleyball program, and we talk about connection with each other, connection with our community, and most importantly, connection with our roots. Since coming to school here, I've learned of several connections that tie me to Western. To start, my first ever volleyball coach, Lori Post Hodge, was an All-American in her time as a Viking. I didn't know what that meant at the time when I played for her because I was 11, but I do now. My mom's college roommate was a Western Washington volleyball player named Missy Vanderyacht. I bet you'll never guess that my freshman year roommate and current teammate is her daughter, Anna Vanderyacht. I hardly knew Anna existed until I committed here, but I do now. My great aunt, Dottie Goldsmith, worked as the administrative assistant to the director of athletics for 23 years. Dottie has told me countless stories about her director and good friend, Linda Goodrich, who fought tirelessly for women's opportunities in sports, and how Diane and Carmen have kept the torch burning since Linda's retirement. I didn't know what any of their journeys entailed until I arrived here, but I do now. In our team room, our coaches created something called the Girl Who Wears My Jersey. Our locker tiles are signed by tons of women who wore the same number as us. I didn't know that each time we step into the gym, we are playing for something so much bigger than ourselves until I came to the program, but I do now. Earlier this week, I got a chance to talk to Terry McMahon, the woman behind this event, and she spoke to me about the lack of acknowledgement women received when she was going to school here. This is the total opposite of my experience now. Each one of our teams are now recognized in several news articles, media posts, award ceremonies, and much more. Without this conversation, I might have never known differently, or known that it took a fleet of powerful women who have advocated for equal treatment to achieve this, and I am so proud to say that I do now. While I could elaborate on so many more connections that I've been lucky to discover over the years, today I want to share with you my most recent one. This is a connection to a very special woman named Trina Page. Trina played tennis, basketball, and field hockey here from the years 1969 to 1973. After a few very successful seasons, Trina went on to begin her career. Trina accepted a job at White River High School teaching PE and health and went on to found every single women's athletic team at the school. This included basketball, volleyball, slow pitch, and track and field. Every single sport that was offered, Trina coached. No Trina, no women's sports. I can't imagine the trials she endured when women's athletics opportunities were in their infancy. The way I know about Trina is because she coached my mom, Darcy Holland. One thing my mom has shared with me about having Trina as a coach is that she always cared about her girls becoming good people, not just good players. This is something I recognized in my coach, Diane, along with the rest of the athletics staff here at Western. And I'm sure as all of you know, when you're a player, those are the coaches you remember the most and that make the most impact on your life. Without her positive influence on my mom's experience in sports, I don't know if I would have been put in athletics to begin with. Trina is a huge reason why I'm playing today. But there are two important details I have yet to share with you about her. First is that I hadn't met her before today because we'd only figured this out when planning this event in the past few weeks. And the second is that I got to meet her today earlier. I cried, I lost it. I had tears running down my face. My point is that all of you who came here to celebrate Title IX today don't know all of the lives that you've touched. People you haven't met, people you may never even get to meet. You've inspired each and every athlete here, and you'll continue to inspire so many more down the road. I feel so proud to be part of a program that reaches so far, and I'm not sure if you knew about the caliber of your impact today, but I hope you do now. From the rest of the current women's student athletes, and from the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you being here. I can't express my gratitude to you enough for paving the path that I get to walk today, and that I get to continue your legacy. Thank you.
So if anybody was worried about our future, I think we're doing just fine. Thank you, Adele and Stephanie. Those were awesome words, and thank you for speaking on behalf of the student athletes here. And thank you, student athletes, for being here today. We appreciate you. My name is Diane Flick-Williams, and I've been your head volleyball coach for the last 23 years. I know, the gray doesn't show yet. But it is, quite frankly, my distinct honor to stand before you, and it's actually quite overwhelming and quite humbling. As I listened to Carmen read the 37 words at the beginning for Title IX, it dawned on me the words you didn't hear, and Sabah mentioned them. You don't hear sports or athletics, and yet we're all here today under its umbrella. So it makes me think deeper about Title IX and those 37 words. They could just be alone words. They are, of course, extremely important words, but at face value, they could simply be two-dimensional objects on a sheet of paper. What makes Title IX and those 37 words so transformational, what makes them so powerful, are the people. The people, the women, who had the courage, the vision, and a voice to bring those words into existence, to breathe them into life. It is the women that we have seen here today. For the 200 women receiving your letters who created the momentum of the movement, it was your resiliency and your voice that got the conversation started to lay the foundation of what we know as women's athletics at Western today. And in fact, some of you were doing it before the law was even signed. It's women like Terry McMahon, who we have already acknowledged, but I can't help but do it again. Life is about moments. And thank you, Terry, for giving all of us here, student athletes, athletic staff, and all the people here this moment. Thank you, Terry. It's women like Linda Goodrich, who had a vision for women's athletics and led the way. She taught us that we can hold two perspectives at once. While we can be very grateful for the opportunities we have today, we must continue to fight for what we deserve for the future. She also taught an inexperienced 28-year-old, wet behind the ears young coach how to have a voice and to encourage others in my charge to find theirs. I don't know how to thank someone enough for that. Thank you, Linda. It's women like Carmen Dolfo, who I think I have burned a path to her office, who saw the vision that Linda had, who grabbed the torch and has been on full sprint ever since, lighting people's torches along the way so that the reach of women's equality goes beyond the walls of Carver Gym. It's embedded in every athlete that comes through her program. I loved it when Danny said on the video, it's a 4-year women empowerment boot camp, also known as basketball. It's women like Adele and Stephanie, who are our next generation of torchbearers. As Adele alluded to, they know they stand on the shoulders of others. And in order for them to carry that into the future, they have to know their connection to the past. Today, I think, might be one of the most impactful moments for them that they will ever have as a student here at Western. So when we talk today about celebrating Title IX, when we talk about those 37 words, it's not the words on the page that we celebrate. What we truly celebrate and honor is all of you who made and continue to make those words come to life. This may be the end of our programming, but please know it will never be the end of our fight. To all of you who received your letter today, congratulations, and thank you for coming home. Thank you.
We want to thank you all for coming, and we just had an absolute great time today, and we encourage you to come back and come to games. Diane starts in September. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of Back to Bellingham, and please, you're always welcome home.
Okay. There's also a social at the 4 Points at 5 p.m. if you'd like to join. And we'd also like to do a group photo of all athletes. Where? On this side of the gym, please. Thank you.